I'm hiding from the Republicans.
We're live.
Oh, we are live. Hold on. I'm coming. Wait. Republicans. Hi. Oh, we are live. Hey, everyone.
Hey,
Welcome. Welcome to the Quest Show.
who
We
are
don't know
you?
what we're doing.
I am crying little tiny tears over here. Love the new
Why?
facial accessory, hunty.
Yeah, isn't this nice? It's gold and ruby. It's the latest.
It is
all
so-
of the latest.
Oh,
What-
flick to that other side again with
Look
the
at this.
gilded beak. Oh, that's
We celebrating over here. We are celebrating because
yes, we
why?
are.
We're gonna talk about it later. But I thought I was gonna. Anyway,
Hey, girl.
hi everyone. We are just being silly, but oh gosh. Welcome to the Quest Show. We have not been here in a little bit, the two of us together. So I'm so glad that we are back together again. I am Lana.
Jonesy.
Yes, of course.
Go ahead.
Everyone. I am Lana Quest, your host, and this is my lovely co-host that we did miss.
Honor to be back. Whoo, girl. Go ahead. Get it out the way. I got some stuff to say.
Yeah,
to say.
there's a lot going on. But before we get into the show, we just want to ask everyone out there to please like, share, and subscribe to this video. Thank you to everyone that has subscribed already. We really appreciate y'all, and I hope you enjoy this show. You can tell how it's going to be because this is how it started. So, what's on your mind? What is on your mind today? Because there's a lot on my mind.
Well, girl, first I'm gonna say, go ahead.
Take
and
it
say
away.
Happy Friday Eve. I'm gonna just start. I'm gonna just jump right in. I know that there is a. I'm gonna just start it off. School loans. For all of you that are so sad that it was not enough. It wasn't 50,000. It wasn't 150,000. It's not going to cover your doctorate. You now make $126,000 a year for all of those.
Right.
If by chance you are able to look outward for a moment, I want you to look right here. Oh, wait, let me make it right here. You want to know why? Because this woman right here just had all of her school loan debt canceled.
Yay.
Hell yay. Yay. What?
She's excited.
You want to know why? Because never have I ever, not even of my own money being returned to me, have I had my government give me $20,000 for a thing. I can't have enough babies for then create enough deductions for them to give me a $20,000 refund of money that I have to put into it first in order to get back. So, I know people feel that type of way. You can, anybody, hey chat, hey world.
Hi everyone.
I am a recipient that is going to benefit immensely from having a $20,000 debt lifted off of my shoulders.
Right.
It is going to make a difference. I'm here to give a first person testimony that it is going to make a difference to me.
Right. Absolutely. Let's just tell them what Biden said. He came out there and he was like, $10K off the top forgiven if you got a Pell Grant, which 66% of folks did get because 60% of the people are Pell folk. So he had to get some Pell Grants. You get $20K deducted. Right. And off if you're making under $125,000. And not only that, he did extend the people who do have to continue to pay. He's extended it to December 30th for everyone. Also, he capped what you pay monthly, right, to the 5%
monthly of your discretionary
of
income,
your discretionary
not gross,
income.
not
Right.
net. What you have left over as you
Discretionary.
pay for household, you pay to
Right.
live, you pay to eat,
Right.
you pay your rent, you
Right.
pay your car payment to be
Right.
able to get to work.
So if that's $50, 5% of $50, and then after 20 years, it's done. So if
gone.
that is your discretionary for 20 years, that's you're still making out. It's truly a win-win for everyone. When everyone starts to get equal, it is a win-win for America. Like
It really
people are
is.
just so butthurt
And
when they it's like, oh my God, someone's getting a handout. Excuse
oh,
me. Go ahead, because I'll come back
girl.
to
No, no,
finish.
no.
Go
Oh
ahead.
no. On the handout, I'm gonna help you right along because
Go
I
ahead.
saw a tweet that was like, oh, you want to talk about handouts?
Yeah.
Girl, why are people giving the receipts of those who had their PPP loans forgiven? We
And
got
you know
the
how?
Matt Gateses of the
Yep.
world, the Marjorie
Yep.
Taylor Greens. Oh, you want to talk about handouts and forgiveness and fairness? There is not $20,000. You got to stack times 10 times some more to equate some of the loans that these people have forgiven.
Right. And
See
let's
with
tell
that.
where that came from, because we gotta give kudos. That's coming from the White House. The White House started quote tweeting. Quote tweeting, girl. They come out there and be like, I can't believe Biden's doing this. Oh yeah.
That's what I'm talking about, though. And you know what, girlie, you know, I went off at mainstream media about this because immediately, in fact, I saw Elizabeth Warren, and we all know that she wanted more than what Biden gave, right? She was touting the 50,000. She was on the MSNBC last night, and she really came. She was like, this is a good thing. She laid out all of the different ways that it is going to benefit us. But other than that, I don't know. Everyone else I've seen wanted to talk about how it wasn't enough, how it doesn't go far enough, how you know, now that it's targeted. What about those that have been successful?
Right.
Shut up.
Right.
How about you get some people? How about you talk to someone that's 7 years into paying their loan,
right,
and you know, have been struggling, or you know, they're making decent income, but the income, but the payment of their loans just kind of eats that up. Talk to them.
Right.
College students are nice. I don't want to hear what any college seniors say. And this might be an unpopular opinion. You ain't lived no life yet. You don't have a school loan on top of a house payment, on top of a car payment, on top of insurance payment. Don't talk to me about what's not enough, because you know, they have, you know, first time homeowners programs out there and stuff like that. They not necessarily whopping you $20,000 of your down payment cost or your closing cost. They might give you something towards that. $20,000. Let Capital One call some of these people and be like, hey, you got a $35,000 debt, you know, credit card balance. I'm gonna give you $20,000 towards that. Nah. If you can't erase the whole thing, I don't want the 20,000.
Right.
Let's correlate it, and you sound really dumb.
Yeah, that's ridiculous. And plus, you know, the White House had, and we talked about this yesterday, they had the balance is like a fine line of what they could actually forgive, because we're still, inflation is right there, right? We're still teetering and tottering right here. So this is a pretty bold ass, kick ass move for this administration to do this. And some are saying, you know, Biden's trying to, like, you know, garner votes. Like, get the hell out of here. Trump literally had his name on checks that was going out during the pandemic. Like, just stop it. It was a campaign promise.
It was a campaign promise. And
exactly.
Wait a minute. That people voted. They went and to the booth and voted for him
for this.
Wait a minute. Just like people trump to the voting booth to vote for the Republicans because they support abortion. Yeah, we trumped to the voting booth to support someone that said that he would cancel student debt. Yes, we did. And guess what? He actually did it. No, he actually did it. So
yeah, I have a question. So Republican parents and students gonna forego their loans? Are they not? They're gonna give theirs are they giving theirs back because they hate Biden?
And they want their children to pull themselves up by the bootstraps.
Exactly. And let's go back to how we even get in this debt anyway, because I remember just being a kid, right? And as soon as you go, well, first off, college was like something that, when we were younger, it was kind of unheard of. Like, it was just like the rich people went to college because we never knew how to get to college. Like, we didn't know. Like, I remember being a kid and thinking I had to pay to go to college. Like, you paid out of your pocket to go to college. And I was like, I'll never go to college until I got older. I'm like, oh, there's loans and all of that stuff. So, and to me, it seems like that's when college started creeping up into tuition, when more Black and brown people, like when people of color really started going to college, that tuition started like skyrocketing. How are we paying for colleges, right? Now you're talking about Black and brown people are getting like the subpar loans, right? We're getting the loans that with the higher interest rates, if you're coming from low income family, you definitely getting higher interest rates, or you're barely getting loans, or you have to go to loan sharks because you're not getting approved anywhere else. So this debt was kind of based on like predatory lending in the very beginning, that the government was okay in letting this happen. Right. So this is the government paying us back for the shitty stuff that they did.
Right. One more thing I want to mention too, and again, I'm a reader, y'all. So I read an article. There was a lady that said that if you go on the education website, there is a way for you to recoup any payments that you made during the pandemic. They will refund all of it. You have to, she said there's information on the government education's website. You have to contact your service provider. She said she vaguely remembers she went through a bank statement. She couldn't even find all of them. She said she contacted a service provider. The lady was like, well, I have to transfer you here. She said she had this great long spiel ready. She gave like her information and and this is what I heard about. And she was like, I can give you this. And the lady was like, it's done. Your refund is on your way to you. She said it took her some time. She had to wait on hold. Everybody is on the website now trying to find out and register and stuff like that. So she said it took her some time, but she said it's totally real. So if you made payments at all, because they were coming out via automatic deduction, or you even if you still worked and could afford to, you can be refunded payments that were made during this pandemic when payments were suspended. So I mean, just one more way, what? And another thing that I kept hearing on the news, well, why is he doing this now? Well, let's see. Yesterday was the 24th, right? The pause on the payment stops on the 31st. Was he supposed to just resume payments without saying anything about canceling any amount of debt? How well was that going to fly? They would have skewered Biden if September 1st rolled past, payments just resumed, and he made no statement at all. It was like, oh yeah, la-di-da, let's resume your payments now. We're in a much better place. I don't have anything to say about the campaign promise that I made.
Right. And here's the big of the stories, like, the taxpayers and the people who didn't go to college, they're paying. Well, one part of this is being paid for by the money that the people who don't qualify have to start paying back on December 30th. So that's going to help pay for this. You know what else is going to help pay for this? Chasing them people who've been cheating the IRS so they can get their money back to the government. That is going to pay for it. And Republicans hate that. That is why they want the IRS to go down. It's like, have you ever called the IRS? I have. My ex was in all kind of IRS issues and problems, right? And trying to call the IRS to figure this stuff out, you would be on hold.
I'd be better off going to a closed office.
3 hours. You would be on hold for. They never answered. No one can help you, so they didn't. They were short staffed. If you don't get your taxes done within the first couple weeks,
it's a wrap.
It's a wrap. You're gonna have to wait like 4, 8, 12, 2, 3, 4. I don't know how many months, but it's going to take longer now, so now this money is going to pay for more agents so they can track down the rich people who have been skirting and trying to cheat them out of their money. That is going to help pay for this. Come on, people. Think about this.
This brings up a key word for today.
Go ahead.
It's called critical thinking. You want to know why I say that? Because on the Republican run channels, they have been telling people that the IRS is hiring people. They are going to come out armed to perform audits on small businesses and middle-class families. Let's think about this for like 5 hot minutes. Like you said, you were calling them to get some information about making some payments, and they had you on hold for 3 hours.
Exactly. They come into your house.
That just doesn't make sense.
For what? You owe us $300. Like, they don't do that. They're not going to the regular person. I think people are very confused about their status in life. I am very clear about the status in life.
Like, seriously.
I understand that I am not rich, right? The IRS is not coming, spending $300 or $400 or $1,000, $1,500 to come to my house, to fly here or whatever, come to my house to talk to me about anything. They're not doing that. It's not worth it to them.
On my, and I can only speak for mine. On my 2-page tax return, I don't think so. I don't think so. I need people to start thinking. Like, seriously.
They just, because you know what they do to regular folk? They just hold next year's taxes.
Girl, say it again. Say it again. Computer generated. They don't even have to go through it manually.
If you owe school loans, they're taking your taxes. It's like child support. They're taking your taxes. They are not coming to your house. You are over.
Wait, did he say what AR-15s? Or no, he said AK-15s.
Yeah,
Tommy Tuberville in his tweet.
Yeah, they're not thinking about regular folk. I think these people really think that they're in a different class status. So it's like they don't care about you. You guys got the game all fucked up. I have one question, since Republicans are so upset about debt forgiveness and all of that. Where's Brett's debt? Is anybody concerned about Brett Kavanaugh's debt? Because that seemed to have been forgiven or wiped clean.
Right.
Like,
do we know how that happened?
Right. Republicans they were quiet then. Like, Brett's, all of the gambling debts were gone.
You know, their range for forgiveness for their own decrepitness is astounding. It knows no bounds. Anything can be forgiven that they do.
Astounding.
But I mean, be damned if a Black man wants to go to school beyond the 12th grade.
Wait, you know what? It's halfway through the show. Do you want to go to the next? Do you want to pause it, play a game, and come back to the next hot topic?
What y'all want?
Y'all want to play a game? Because I want to talk about abortion, but I know that's gonna just let's because we halfway through.
All right.
Yeah, let's take a break, and then we have our next hot. Yeah, I got some good ones today. I swear I did a good job. You guys gonna be happy. They're behind. They're way behind. Game. Okay, we go. Let's play a game. Who's behind the mask? No, just kidding. First, let's play quotes and questions. If you are new to the chat, this is the game that we play live. I will ask a quote or a question, and everyone in the chat will write their answers. So let's go. The first one is going to be a quote. Angry women change history. A woman. MSNBC. I don't know what else to give. She makes
Go
us
on.
happy. She makes us happy. I'm gonna give another guess, another hint in a minute. I just know when I give it, you're gonna know. Like it's
We'll give them. I have
give
no
them a
idea at
minute.
this point.
Okay, Angry Women Change History. She's on MS. She has a show on MSNBC, and she is a woman. Mary, did you say Marjorie Taylor Greene said Angry Women Change History? I don't think that Marjorie can even come up with something so
you know what, Mary?
Oh, good guesses. Oh, okay. We have Rachel, Joy, and Nicole.
You know why we have all of those women? Because as you were saying that, I'm like, women on MSNBC.
It could be any of them, right?
Down that lineup. Girl, it's a power lineup of women that they have. I caught Simone's show over the weekend. Her show is really good too. It's really good.
It is. It is. I love her. Oh, Tiffany Cross. That is a good answer. The answer is
she was subbing for like the past 2 weeks.
Right. It's the woman that had it with Tuckums.
Oh, Joy.
Yes. So Mary, I think who else said Joy? Mary said Joy. David said Joy. I thought I saw another Joy. I guess not. Good job though, because Tiffany Cross is a good, and Nicole. Any one of them could have said any one of them. So here's the next one. I love this one too. Who referred to Trump as ex-president Sticky Fingers? Another woman host on MSNBC.
Light them up, light them up, light them up.
Who referred to Trump as ex-president Sticky Fingers?
I saw that. And
I just want to call him Sticky Fingers from now on. Yeah, Joy is the truth. Who referred to Trump as ex-president Sticky Fingers? She is on MSNBC. She is a host. She's a recovering Republican.
I know who.
I know. I just gave it all.
Oh my God, Mary! That is hilarious. I love it. Mary wins the chat tonight. Mary wins the chat. That is the comment of the night. Love the double and 100.
David, great guess. It does sound like Nicole Wallace. Any more guesses out there? Stephanie Rule, Artie, anyone else want to guess?
Artie, speaking of Stephanie, she's toned down a tad.
Oh yeah, that thing she used to do with that. It's like, oh my God.
What do you mean?
Exactly.
She's toned down. And now that she's toned down and it's not as, I like her reporting. I do. Now
you know why? Because she's on that night. She's tired. Isn't she on that night? She's just tired at this point. She's just
right. Like she done settled in. She was like, enough of all that. Exactly. Ask us how you know trying to come on at 8:00. She don't come on to 11.
Yeah, she got her slippers on. She's tired.
And you know she got to step and watch everybody else.
Okay, where were we? Ex-president Sticky Fingers. The answer is David. Correct. Nicole Wallace. And that sounds exactly like Nicole Wallace. She comes up with those little, I love it. Let's see. Next.
Andrea guessed also. We got a couple.
Oh yeah, Nicole. Yeah.
Hey, DA.
Hey, DA. Next quote. Holding public office doesn't make you a public servant. Another powerful woman running for office. And she currently holds office.
Thanks, Lana. That was not at all helpful.
I can't tell if I tell you states and stuff, you're gonna know. Like
this is so true. And you know what? That is just that's just kudos that we know who these women politicians, true public servants are. I'm gonna go with Nancy Pelosi because that sounds like something she would say. Actually, listen
to the hint again. She's running for office.
Oh,
but also holds office. Holding public office doesn't make you a public servant.
Okay, then I'm switching my answer to Val. I have no idea at this point.
Very good. DA said Val.
Oh, he said Val. Oh, look, goes. Everybody's going with Mary. What did
Mary say?
Pop something in her latte this evening because she is on fire. Cheney.
I didn't get. I mean, she could have said it, but she lost. she's done. The answer is Val. Val said it.
Okay.
Yeah, Val said it. Good guess, guys. Very
that was
good.
A true guess for me.
Yeah. What candidate has declared war against trees?
Because, girl, you know what? Stop. I was going into my bed. You made me. You know what? Daggone trees. What we need trees for? Look outside. Don't you have trees in your yard already? Come on. What?
The only trees. He said what he meant those trees. What we need those trees for, the ones you smoke. That's
what I need trees for when I just got my natural ability up here. I don't need no tree. You hear me talk? You know I don't need no trees.
What candidate has declared war against trees?
Now we had too many.
We had too many trees.
You can never have too many shrooms. Ask me how I know.
How do you know?
You hear me talk? My shrooms is grown with air right here.
Oh, I didn't give you a hint.
I'm giving hints.
Oh, you are. Oh, go sorry.
My shrooms is grown with air right here in a good old US of A. Not that China.
No, because the USA don't have no good air, because the good air went over there to China, and the China's bad air is coming over here to the USA. Who is that?
I was able to battle.
I'm out of here.
All right, y'all. I think they got it.
Oh, did they? Oh, Herschel, correct. Herschel needs trees. He needed for his glaucoma.
What do he need? I just said he partial to them shrooms, girl. The trees is he was like, my mind is already scrambled. Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
He needs a solid defeat. That's what he needs.
DA said he
shout out to Reverend Raphael Warnock.
Shout out. He said he can't even spell USA. Herschel said, what is USA? He said, what's USA? USA? USA?
It's you, crooked letter A. What you talking about? What you talking about?
What you say? Okay, last. What's that? Okay, one more quote. If he had ever eaten a vegetable in his life, he wouldn't have had a stroke.
Oh wow, I know who they're talking about.
Right.
Oh no! Oh.
Yeah,
I know exactly who this is.
If he had ever eaten a vegetable in his life, he wouldn't have had a stroke. Actually,
they count. I mean,
exactly.
It was a vegetable. I'm just saying.
Dr. Ozhole. Yes, Dr. Oz, and as Herschel would say, Herschel calls him Dr. O's. Good job, guys. That was great. That was a good one. We are at the halfway mark. Let's talk about abortion, because abortion is, I don't know. I mean, I just kept getting more mad, like as the week went on. And then like today, to add like insult to injury, states have a nerve to have like to put more like let's make more bans, like let's make it even more. How can you even make it more restrictive? Erase the word from the dictionary? Because it's, you already can't have none in 15 states. I don't even understand. It's like it's just to be cruel. Like how cruel can we be? Which state? It's almost like this the states are competing.
Let me tell you something. I was watching one of the great women on MSNBC last night. Forget who it was. And they said, you know what? It's almost like we're going to have to create a underground railroad for women. And we know that what the Underground Railroad signifies, right? But if you look at who led it, Harriet Tubman, and what she was leading people to, freedom. It's not, I don't think, so inappropriate to even put it that way. And underground, because persecution of anybody that helps is a real possibility, right? I'm an aunt, and you know, my 14-year-old niece lives in a state that is illegal, but I'm in New York, you know, New York State, fine. If I go get her from the airport when she's flown in, can I potentially be charged? You know, if they find, like, it's just so insane. It's so insane. I just don't think that it's sustainable. I don't think it's tenable. I don't. I think
it is anti-freedom, like you said. No,
it is
absolutely right.
Anti-freedom.
And we hate to compare things with like people being enslaved and things like that. But this is really up there. This is absolutely anti-freedom when you don't have the freedom to not necessarily have the abortion, but just to choose. Like the government is actually at this point mandating pregnancies. I mandate you to have that baby. When you have the government telling a 16-year-old who is begging, I want to be in school, I am not ready. When you, now the courts that she went to on her own, Google how to appeal this and ask the court, and they're saying, you're not mature enough. That same 16-year-old cannot adopt a child, right? Because she's not mature enough. She's not old enough. But you're going to mandate her to have that baby after she's saying, I want to finish school. And you know what people said? Because I tweeted about this. She can still finish school. The fuck are y'all talking about? Who? How do you know? How do you know? How do you know her situation? She literally has no parents, because this one, I hate saying orphan, but she has no parents. She's living with friends. There's a such thing as daycare. So what do you mean she gets to finish school? She has a whole baby. You're out. People get maternity leave for 2 months. What? She's just going to plop out a baby and go back? What if she has problems? What if she has postpartum? What are we talking about right here? It's it's baffling. The 19-year-old who almost lost a whole uterus because they're
I was listening to you. So the girl in Florida, and this goes back to what I was saying about critical thinking. If she cannot handle a 30-minute medical procedure, how the hell is she supposed to handle 18 plus years of motherhood with no high school diploma? Because I don't care what she coulda, woulda, shoulda, maybe, you know, might be able to do. When she has that baby, she will not be a high school graduate.
Right.
You can't,
right.
And then, you know, she has a baby. She has a whole baby she has to care for. She ain't supposed to get no help with no student loans, nothing like that. We just made that clear in the first half of the show. Like, oh, no, no.
Right.
You pull yourself by your bootstraps, little girl, and pull your little baby along with you. That you had at 16. Like that just logically does not make sense. It doesn't.
And let's not forget, I forgot, and I buried the whole lead. The court said she wasn't mature. I don't think I said that. Like they said she was not mature enough
to make the decision to not have a baby, but I'm mature enough to have the
abortion. Right. Just all of it. Just all of it. Like, you know, and it's so many women. It makes no sense. And we talk about the cruelty of it all. And it's just like you have women who the reverse is going to happen, because you will have women who will lose their uteruses because they're forced to carry a dead embryo or dead child in their bodies.
Their lives. You were getting ready to talk about one of those instances, weren't you?
Yeah, the 19-year-old woman who they wanted a baby, right? She was okay with the pregnancy, and that's another thing. But I'll go back to that. But wanted the pregnancy, but ended up the baby had a heartbeat. She's in a state where the fetal heartbeat law is in effect, so the baby is probably brain dead or something like that. It wasn't viable outside that wound, but it still had a heartbeat. The lawyers at the hospital were like, you can't take this baby out. And they send her home. It's like, this is the cruelty part. They send them
home, girl. They have to come back once the baby no longer has a heartbeat, which can only be detected once you go back to the hospital. That's just right. So, or if you get an infection that warrants, right? So it's like you have to be dying basically, because you're risking the infection, you're risking death the minute that unviable fetus is still inside of you. Whether the heart is beating strong at 150 beats a minute for, fetus, or 2 beats a minute, like the baby's dying, it's not viable. So it's not, it's like you're sending them home to die. I mean, the hysterectomy
thought of that
is almost the least of it. Like your life, sepsis. And what are you doing about the woman that already has children at home? Are we sacrificing their lives because they're already here? They're already here. Are we sacrificing their lives for one that may or may not survive? That woman can have a baby and a month later the baby dies, sudden infant crib death.
Right. And they'll probably try to charge women for that too. Like, this is the nonsense. Oh my God, girl. And they were saying, go ahead.
Back up. Say that again, because I had not till this very moment that you said that out of your mouth thought about that. Girl.
Right, because that will be next. Your baby dies a sudden infant death. They'll be like, it's something you did. Because if they're trying to pin a miscarriage on women,
oh my God, Lana.
It's gonna go. Let it happen. Pay attention. This is the plan. See, Republicans play the long game, and I was thinking about that today. Democrats play the short game, but we're learning right now the long game. Republicans have always played the long game. They are patient as
decades in the making. Some of the stuff they have been doing,
right? So in the North, we are not safe. It is coming. They're going to sit and wait for DeSantis. DeSantis is coming. He will probably beat Chris, right? He'll be governor, and then he's going to run in 2024. That's when they're going to.
If all goes well, it is going to be DeSantis, because guess what everybody wants? Trump in jail. Who does that leave?
Right. It's DeSantis.
With Trump out of the way, it's DeSantis.
Right. It's DeSantis, and he's going to sneak his way in there because people don't really understand all the cruel things that he's doing. And once DeSantis is there, he's going to be giving out bans like he in a strip club. Ban abortion, ban. It's gonna be gone up for real. We know he is. That's why in the North, that's why I tell my kids, like, no, you have to vote. You are not safe here in the North because they're trying to get this everywhere.
Which is why if you are in a state where abortion is safe and legal and it's not codified into their state constitution and they want to do so, get your asses out there and vote for it. Don't just assume, because it's on the books. If it needs to be, if they want to ratify it into the state constitution, do it.
Right.
do it. There
Someone
has been an
mentioned,
increase. Oh, I
oh,
was just going to say
no,
just
no, go
one
ahead.
more
No,
thing.
go ahead.
There's been an
No, go ahead.
increase in women voters, especially in those
Yeah,
states where those
right.
restrictions are going in. This is year of the woman again. We can't even say are coming for us. They done already started giving us body shots. This is not a
Right.
drill, y'all. This is not a drill.
It's not a drill, and don't think that it can happen to you, your kids, your family members. Republicans have abortions too. Republicans suffer miscarriages too. Republicans have life-threatening pregnancies that need to be the baby needs
Terminated. Yeah.
like they have
which is the medical term for it. I'm not being
right
cold.
term right
That's the
right
medical
no
term.
exactly yeah exactly, so they have it too, and we have to run with this. Like, you have to stay mad. We cannot sleep on this, and this is why what's his name, Pat Ryan in New York
Yes,
won in
New
that
York's
Republican.
19th district.
Yes, won that Republican district because he said he started off with them big signs that said freedom, and he had his little name below because it's freedom. Abortion is not on the ballot. It's women's freedom that is on the ballot.
Exactly.
That is
Freedom
exactly
to
what
choose the medical procedures that you need when you need them.
right.
When you and your doctor determine that you need them.
Oh, you or your husband. You and your husband.
Well, and that's what I mean. Like, even I'm not negating the husband.
Yeah, no,
like,
no. I'm just adding to it.
Yeah, when you decide, right? When you make a personal, when I was saying you and your doctor, like medically necessary, your doctor's telling you, physically necessary, mentally necessary, financially necessary. Oh my God, I've got 5 kids already. Me and my husband, we're not looking to have another baby. I'm going to take a personal decision and get with my doctor, and we're going to make that happen. And it should always be like that.
That was absolutely me with my last one. I didn't think that I could have this last one. I already had 3. She's 7. She was 7 years behind the third one. And as soon as I found out I was pregnant, my ex was like, we don't have to do this, right? Because I'm crying, because I'm like, what are we going to do, right? We're starting all over. Now you think about going to be out of work. We're going to lose some income. Got to think about daycare. Like, that's a lot to think about. And he's like, we don't have to do this. We had the choice. I decided, to have her. I'm happy I did, but I'm happy that I can't imagine not having the choice. That would have just, what do you do when you don't have the choice? When you are, like you said, you are. Oh, go ahead.
Let me tell you, it was a medical choice for me. My first child had heart defects, and when they first diagnosed him, the diagnosis that they gave him carried the risk of having Down syndrome. And if that was the case, they said he was not going to make it past his first year of life. So I had to go through the genetic testing. And I want to say I was going to be bumping right up against like 22 weeks. The results came in. There were no other genetic, deficiencies that, were accompanied that. So I went ahead, but like I would have had to make that decision if it had come back another way.
Right. And you know what? I'm glad you said that too, because even before Roe was gone or whatever, people started talking about their experiences. And I remember one woman reading an article. I do read sometimes, and it was the same type of situation. And I think she was in a state that was banning it. Had to be a certain amount of weeks or whatever. So she had to carry that child. She had to carry the child, although knowing the baby was going to die, that it wasn't going to live long. Right. So she had developed a bond with the baby. Then the baby dies, and she wrote about, she's like, so not only am I heartbroken that my baby is dead, and they told me that it was going to die, but I had to have it. Now I have all these medical bills.
Wow. You know why? Because here's the thing. They were going to do whatever it is that they needed to do to have the baby live. I mean, that's just what they do.
That's what they do.
Right. So, and the measures would have had to been extraordinary.
Right.
That is
Right.
Crazy.
This is just going to happen to millions of women. All of these different stories. I heard another story, and this is what was like angering me today. A woman was talking about, like, they're not thinking about 8 and 9-year-olds. She's like, I see 8 and 9-year-old girls who get gang raped, because they're just living in that kind of neighborhood. What happens to those girls? We just traumatized from being gang raped, then traumatized and then they don't even know they're pregnant. Then you make them have, like, what is it? This is like, what is wrong with these people? This is really, it's a vote. Just vote. Come on, women, and not only women, the men that love the women, because you too, Honor and I talked about this, child support. You're gonna be on the hook too. You don't want to be, you didn't have a casual one night stand with a woman, y'all didn't use protection, she ended up pregnant, y'all don't do no morning after pill, or maybe you can't get one where you are because you living in Hicksville, Alabama, because they don't have that kind of stuff there. What now, you want child support?
Right.
It's just, whoo, we got a couple more minutes. What you want to talk about? Trump's affidavit coming out tomorrow.
That whole episode is another lesson. And my word for the night is critical thinking. I need people to just start thinking about the things that they hear. I just find that whole thing so curious. Like, this dude is so damn guilty of all the stuff.
Just all of it.
And it just kind of defies logic how it's okay.
Yeah.
I don't understand that. Like, somebody potentially selling our national secrets, that's not okay with me. And America, shout out to my girl Murray, don't even like us like that. But that's not cool to me. That's not cool at all.
Right.
And I don't know. I just don't get it. Like, they're making all of these excuses. Y'all, he was going to sell them secrets to Putin.
If he had already.
I'm sorry. I take that back. He was going to exchange them, use them in exchange for his PP tape.
Yeah, what made me mad about this whole situation? That 18 months, girl. 18 months of the government begging this mofo to bring back documents that belong to the government. So you gonna steal from me? I know you stole from me. I'm like, yo, bring me back the stuff that you stole. And he says no. And I just continue to beg him for 18 months. I'm begging for my stuff that you took from me. That's a white privilege card. He got the white privilege card.
You know who I thought about in this situation? And you are going to know this name instantly. And some of the people on our chat will too. I thought about Reality Winner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
How she sat in jail.
Yeah.
For releasing, wasn't she the one that kicked off the Russia investigation?
I think so.
Or something happened to do. She did some stuff. Yeah, during the right. And he got 5,362 pages of classified documents and counting. And we're still all positing out here. And again, This is the media, and they gotta have something to talk about. We're still not sure, the intent is there, or he can be charged. Can y'all just, I don't get it. I don't
get it either. But you made a good point the other day, because you were talking about the media is always talking from him not getting in trouble. Like, you know what I mean? What was it's like,
thank you for reminding me. Me. What I said was thank you. Always. Oh my God. What is his supporters going to do if they charge?
Right. That's what it was.
Pulling that hangnail. Oh,
yeah. Right.
Yo, excuse me. I'm of that majority that did not vote for him. I voted for that guy that said something about them student loans. And it was, how was it, 7 to 8 million more of us? What about us?
Right.
What about those that voted for some law and order? Because we knew what we was going to get in Biden. We knew that, his days of running across the lawn might be fewer and far in between. But we knew what we was getting with him. Some laws, some order, some truthfulness, and some honesty. What about us? How are we going to feel if they don't do anything with former president, what she call him?
Sticky fingers.
Sticky fingers.
Ex-president sticky fingers.
Ex-president sticky fingers. Like, seriously, like, how are we going to feel? How are not just us as constituents, but all the people that are sitting in jail because they voted because of disinformation, false information, all of the Black men that are still sitting in jail because, their weak convictions have yet to be overturned after all of these years. Like, it just, no. I'm tired of hearing about those. I'm tired of hearing about Trump supporters. They're not the majority. And guess what? Get his ass elected. So chill on that. But how are we going to feel? We want to see some, what is it? Fairness, the scales of justice. We want to see them joints balanced.
Right. We tired of hearing about, oh my God, there's gonna be a civil war. Oh my God.
It's gonna be one either way. You think that's wait a minute, they haven't charged him with anything. And look how these people are acting.
Yeah, see, those are people who aren't used to fighting. They never had to fight for anything. We sitting around like, you know what? Bring on that civil war. No, for real. I really think they're not used to used to fighting. So they're just terrified. It's like the thought of civil war, but it's like we sitting back like, yeah, okay, come, you come here if you want. We saw y'all in Uvalde. Y'all a bunch of punks. Y'all ain't really y'all ain't really about that life.
The misfits of Uvalde. Bye. I am sorry. And I know there are some legitimately crazy right-wing people out there who overall tend to be white. But y'all not about that life. Y'all should have never sold yourself. Clowns. The mask fell off. The mask fell off the minute they heard those shots.
Yeah.
And not one of them. Not one.
Right. And congratulations, because Arredondo got fired. Bye, Pete. See ya. Okay, we got to close out, but I do want to, before we go, honor, I do want to, don't really have Black excellence, but I do have some excellent Black people I wanted to congratulate. I found, well, Keisha Lance Bottom. The Biden administration hired her for the senior advisor for public engagement. We were like, where is she?
I saw her not too long ago, and I was like, there she is. That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about. So congratulations to her. Congratulations to Maxwell Alejandro Frost, who won, Florida 10. I think it's what Val's old seat. The first Gen Z going to Congress.
Girl, that is so cool to me. Gen Z.
Yeah. Yes.
Welcome to the house, good. Gen Z.
Yes. So I guess he's technically not there yet, but it is a solidly blue state. So he is all but sure to be heading to Congress. So that is amazing.
And you know what?
Go ahead.
Let me just say on that one.
Go ahead.
Florida, definitely with that aging Republican population down there.
Yeah.
Definitely needs some young blood in their politics. Definitely. There will be life for y'all at the DeSantis.
There will be. Hey, and while we're on Florida, one more congratulations, girl. So Rebecca Jones, remember her? She was the scientist the whistleblower scientist that called out Ron DeSantis for lying about the
Mhm.
COVID
The
pandemic
corona.
numbers in Florida. She won her primary.
Shut up. Where you don't know which district she running?
I know who she's running against, girl.
Who she running against, girl?
Matt Gates. Matt
I-
Gates.
What?
That is so amazing. Yes. Yeah.
Ah,
Isn't
I
that
love,
nice? Yes.
love.
Yes.
Girl, if Val and Rebecca could scoot
Yeah.
out Mark,
Yeah.
Mark and Maddie,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
y'all go on and tend to yourselves. Tend to y'all
Yes.
tenderlings while you can.
Yes, that is. Ain't that amazing, y'all? Come on. And the chat goes wild. Woo! Nestor Daddy.
That's right. I was like, go on and tend to your tenderlings while you still can.
Well, then you're gonna have to get them back from Lindsay because Lindsay's got Nestor
Lindsay
right now.
not gonna have no need for him.
Oh, right.
Oh, actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Yes, he will. Because Lindsay's gonna talk. Lindsay don't have no time for prison.
Yeah, all these
You know, them
guys
geriatric
eventually-
prisoners, they not that soft.
You know what I will say though, Honor, I know we
got
gotta
2
go,
minutes time.
but it's kind
We
of
got 2
interesting.
minutes.
I
One
know,
minute.
but yeah, we're going. It's just interesting how these guys really aren't talking. Like they're waiting till the last minute to talk. Like it's taking them a long time to come around. Like I'm very surprised. They really, really loyal to Trump
Oh yeah. Uh-huh. Mhm.
so far. I mean,
how many people have
Nine.
come out and talked, girl, since
Well,
Merrick
those-
came out?
well,
Since
those-
Merrick came out and was like, I authorize that. Yeah. Mhm.
matter of fact, somebody talked today. What's her name? Gosh, I can't remember her name. She was talking
Mhm.
in front of a grand jury. She was
Cassidy Hutchinson.
no, there was a woman today, but
No,
yeah.
I'm just saying.
Oh, yeah,
things,
all of the
like
women,
things
yeah.
that kind of turn the tide. Not even on
Yeah.
Cassidy Hutchinson,
Mhm.
Merrick Garland coming out and was like, nobody's above the law, and unrelated but related, signing that search warrant, and was like,
Right.
yeah,
Right.
ran through me,
Right.
and what?
Right.
All of them will, and
Right.
what?
Right.
Trump, you can run for 100. You can run for president. You can run for county commissioner of Palm Beach. You can run for golf commissioner in Westminster.
You could
New
do it
Jersey.
all. Nope. You know what?
One more thing. Oh, it's 9:00. We got to go. But real quick, they dropped that sham memo that Barr wrote on that obstruction of justice for the Mueller report. They just,
yeah.
They was like,
Trump.
oh, you want to keep some
Trump.
stuff? We got some stuff we can show people anyway. We ain't gonna show you the
What
affidavit.
Exactly.
Show you.
Well, you know what? Al Sharpton said, "Wicked can't last forever. You will have your demise at some point." That's what Al Sharpton said. And Joy Reid said, "Angry woman will change history." So we're gonna close on that.
And Anna said, "Look, I'm doing Jamie in a progressive commercial. 2022 is the year of accountability." Bum, bum.
Bum, bum. Bye, guys.
Let's go. Bye, y'all.
Thank you, everyone. Oh, next Thursday. Oh, I don't know. We'll figure it out. I have my summer outing. Yay.
Ooh.
I know.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.